All right, everyone. Welcome back to the House of Fi. I am Wendy. I'm one half of the House of Fi podcast. Today, we are providing you with another update on these stimulus checks. There's some important information going out that is time sensitive, so stay tuned and we'll see you right back in about 6 seconds. All right, everybody, lots of important information to go over today. This is information straight from the IRS website, the House Ways and Means Committee, as well as the Treasury Department, and this is updated information as of right now. Over the weekend, there was an updated timeline release, which I think will be helpful for a lot of you because a lot of you are still wondering where your checks are. The first wave of checks went out last week. Those were via direct deposit, and those were for individuals who have already either filed their 2018 or 2019 returns with their direct deposit information. It did not include people who did not owe or who owed money. So those individuals will either need to wait for your paper check, and we're going to talk about that in a second, or you have to go onto the IRS website and go into the Get My Payment portal and enter your direct deposit information. If you do that, you'll speed up the process for getting your check. Now, a caveat. The Get My Payment portal is having a ton of issues still. We can't still get in. I've tried every day. And so if you're in that boat, I don't have any new information for you about when that's going to be fixed. So my advice on that is to either, again, wait for your paper check or go into the portal once every 24 hours and check on it. The information does not update but once daily. And if you try to get in there too many times, you get locked out. So keep checking every day. Hopefully they're still working on it and it will get fixed as soon as possible. Also included in that first wave of people are people who have Social Security and other federal benefits and who filed a return. If you are in that boat and you included your direct deposit information on either your 2018 or 2019 return, you're included in that first group. Now, for the second group of people included in the second wave, which is happening this week, this is for people who have updated their direct deposit information, and the IRS has it recorded and reflected, but also for people who were not included in the first round. This will also be the week that the IRS starts sending out, or the Treasury Department starts sending out paper checks. This is new information, and if you saw my video last week, I indicated that would happen the first week of May. So this is new information that they will begin sending out paper checks this week. So it's a week and a half early, which is good news. They will only be going out though in 5 million increments. So that's 5 million individuals, and they are starting with the lowest adjusted gross income and going higher. So if you're in the lower bracket of taxpayers, then you're going to be getting your paper check first. And if you do the math, with about 70 million or more people left to still get their checks and them only doing it at 5 million increments at a time, it could be some time before you get your stimulus check if you're waiting on a paper check. The third update to the timeline is for people who have federal benefits such as Social Security, veterans, survivor benefits, and railroad retirement. If you are in this group of people, you can expect to begin getting your checks next week, so starting the 27th. They indicated at the end of April. They didn't say the 27th, but every other date that they've used began on a Monday, so I'm assuming that they mean the 27th. So don't quote me on that. That's my best guess. And then the final timeline update that we have is for people who receive SSI. If you receive SSI, your checks on the House Ways and Means Committee press release, they indicated that those would go out the first week in May. So again, basing that on a Monday, that would be Monday, May 4th. So Monday, May 4th, it does look like that is when the SSI checks will go out to people who receive direct deposit, which they say is about 99% of the people. If you're in that 1%, as with other people that we've talked about before, you will get a paper check, and it will be based on which 5 million increment you fall into based on lowest adjusted gross income to the highest. Now, for the urgent information that was released over the weekend by the IRS and by the Treasury Department, this is for people who get federal benefits. So Social Security, Railroad Retirement, Survivor Benefits, VA benefits, and SSI. Any of you who have dependents and you do not file a return, you must go into the IRS Portal for non-filers. That will be linked below. You need to go in there and enter your dependent information as soon as possible. If you do not enter that information by this Wednesday, that is April 22nd, you will not get that rebate until your 2020 return is filed. So that's a year or more from now. So it's very imperative that if you fall into those categories that you do that as soon as possible. They said for Social Security, Railroad benefits, and Survivor benefits, you need to do that this week. As well as for VA, they said SSI will get a date in the future to do that. However, I would do that as soon as possible, just so that it's done and out of the way and you don't forget to do it. All right, everybody, that is the update for this week. Please subscribe and ring that bell so that you are notified when we have a new update. I promise I am trying to do my best to get these updates out as soon as possible. If you have comments or questions, you can link those, put those in the comments below. I will do my best to find an answer for you. And if I don't, and it comes out in a future video, I'll do my best to make sure that it's in a future video. We are all about financial independence here. We know what it's like to struggle with debt. We know what it's like to struggle with a budget. We have been there, done that, and we want to help you with a brighter financial future for your family. So please stay tuned. We're here to help you. If you haven't already, join our private Facebook group. We'd love to welcome you into our family. All right, everybody, take care. Bye.